Hello friends, today we will review this run cycle done by Tahasaki. There are three major problem we can fix here. The number one will be up and down of the character. Number two is leg poses. And number three is neck and head relationship while having this run cycle. As we can see in our reference, when we analyze that, we can clearly see that the highest point is over here. This one is the highest point. And then when we go through, this might be the lowest point of the character. And when he pushes off, we can see clearly the hip is moving up. In our run cycle, we can see there is an offset. So we have to make this pose a bit high here, and then the hip will come down. And we can bring this point a bit lower as well. And then we will get up. Over here, we are hitting the wall. As we can see that the hip is not moving up, or there is no rotation over here. So we can solve that by really moving this part a bit down, and the next one will be up, a little up. Other thing I can notice is right now the range of motion is too much. We can reduce that right now. When we play through, our reference over here has less range of motion, less up and down. But in our animation, we can see that it is a bit too much, too exaggerated. So we can reduce that. And same rule will be applying for front part, for this part. We will really try to, frame by frame and understand which one is the up position. So I feel like this might be the highest point for the upper body. And then character goes down around here. This might be the lowest point. After fixing this, we will pay close attention to our legs over here. We will really double check if this part of the body, this part of the leg, is aligning with the lower leg. So right now you can see the angle difference here. It is very important thing. Most of the creature, they try to stay parallel, like you already have here. This leg is much parallel than this leg. I'm not sure if it is a bit over rotated or something, but we can clearly see that from here, and it will be much clearer from the other angle. But I don't feel like we are a bit over rotated this way, so we have to be mindful to really maybe reduce that. And this lower part is over rotated as well. Feel like it's broken. So it will be nice to have this angle down there instead of having full sharp edges. It will be much better to have less rotation. So we will rotate this way. This one will be go this way, right? So we will follow the same kind of poses like we have in the reference. So this one will be less, not much than that. This one is already broken, so let's reduce that. And this rule will apply all over the run over here. Like over here, we can clearly see that the leg is approaching around here. So let's try to bring that leg forward and around here. And still we can see that this leg is still moving forward, and this pose is much better. Still, we can double check our parallel poses for upper leg and the lower leg. Right now we can see that there is a bit difference over there. And then for this pose, I feel like we are over rotated this way. Let's reduce that. Let's try to follow the same principle here. So our leg pose will be much more like that. And this one is overstretched. Let's reduce that. We can move that foot maybe a tiny bit up to really get a bend here. This pose is almost impossible. It feels like someone is really grabbing that leg and pulling very hard, which is not easy thing to do. So let's make that leg a bit relaxed instead of overstretching that. Sweet. For the front legs, let's pay a close attention to them as well. So we will be finding, like over here, this leg should be straight. It should be locked. We cannot see that it should have straight angles there. Right now we see there is a bend. When we put our weight into one leg, it should be straight. And most of creatures they can lock their legs. They can keep them straight. And over here we can see our leg is a bit over rotated, over bent, over broken. So let's try to find nice position for this leg as well. We might need to move the body, the upper body also with that, or maybe the shoulder as well for the leg over there. And let's try to find a better angle for that. And let's try to figure out nice pose for the lower foot area. Next, we will go to the next pose. We can clearly see that we have this shoulder, and then we can see this leg is going through like this. Right now we see that the shoulder is over rotated this way. Let's bring it back. So the leg will be around here, and then we can get nice rotations. Same over here, we are over rotated. Our shoulder is a bit over rotated, feel broken. So let's try to bring it back and then have that nice structure. Horses is all about power, all about energy. We cannot over rotate something, it feel broken. Same for this leg. Let's try to find nice angle for these legs. And same note will lie here for this one as well. We feel like we are a bit over rotated, the shoulder is a bit over rotated, and then the leg should come from here instead of there. So let's bring it back. So this is all about leg poses. Let's try to figure out nice strong poses for the legs. And then after you do that, let's find out spacing. So let's say the leg is over here, after that is moving here, so we have to find this spacing, the distance that leg will cover. Like for now, like this leg is moving from here to here, so this spacing we will really try to track that from here to here, and we will try to find nice arcs throughout that. And it will apply for all legs. As you can see, there is a big spacing happening here, and then this one is around here, so we have to pay close attention if we are traveling the same distance. As you can see that this distance is less than this distance. But in this case, we can see the distance is almost, almost same, and then there is a big push there. Let's move to the next section, which is neck and head. Most of the motion, they come from the neck. Neck is the one which is moving the most. Their spine structure is different than humans. As a human, we can really move our heads around, we can wobble our head. But in this case, most of the movement, if we play through, we can see it's coming from the neck. The neck is moving up, the head is almost straight, and when the horse comes down, we can see the neck is the one which is moving down. The head is almost staying at the same angle. We can have a tiny bit of rotation there, but not much, not noticeable enough. Like over here, we can see that, especially this part, the head is moving a bit too much, while neck is staying in the single pose. Let's try to avoid that. Let's have less rotation in the head, but more rotation through neck. Right now we can see the range of motion is bit too much. The distance, the head, the neck rotation, that going up and down is too much from here to here. Let's try to reduce that. So it will be not that much, but it will be around maybe here. So let's say the neck will be here, the head will be here. And the reason is that right now, if we play through and we see them side by side, the left one feel like much in control, but the right one feel like out of control. Most of time when we run, we try to, you know, try to balance our head space. If we move head too much, we cannot focus, we cannot see what's happening, where we're going. So it is better to just reduce that, try to stabilize the head. Let's play one more time. Yeah, awesome start, man. Keep going. Let me know if you have more question and we can discuss that further. Take care.